Brawlers, baby.
I'm a brawler on the mission, defeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. Where's my competition? I'm a brawler on the mission, I'm defeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. Where's my competition? I'm a brawler on the mission, undefeated, undisputed. I just right hook, don't miss you. I'm the greatest, like Aleem, pet power in my punch. Line 'em up, knock 'em down, boy. It's really what you want. I punch you dead in your fronts.
All right, here we go. It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. We have a return guest with us again tonight. Super Bantamweight, my man Reese the Beast Aleem. He's 17-0 with 11 knockouts, and he just won. His last fight was in August of this year versus Marcus Bates. Impressive stoppage there, and that was a WBA eliminator. So now he should be moving on to fight Stephen Fulton of Philadelphia, PA. How you doing, champ?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, man, thanks for giving us a little bit more of your time coming back on the show. So I just wanted to recap with you, being a professional and everything like yourself, get some of you guys' advice and what's your feedback on this past Saturday night's pay-per-view Showtime event with my man Devontae Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Man, what did you think of that fight?
I mean, it was a great fight. You know, it didn't go down exactly how I thought it would, but it's great for the sport of boxing. You know, you have two of the best fighters, two champions fighting each other, for something that matters. Devastating knockout, Tank. He surprised me a little bit with his hand speed and his focus and man, that power is something.
Man, and you know what? Anybody who has punching power, like the Wilders and the Spencers and like yourself, when you got that power, you automatically have a fighting chance in any fight against any opponent. That being said, I did give him props to my man Leo Santa Cruz because he came out with a beautiful, masterful game plan, if you will, but he got caught up and he veered away from it, and it cost him. Had he stayed tall, used his height and his reach, and as he was touching Tank with his jab, he had success putting him with them straight right hands. He was touching him up.
Yeah, but also it's like, yo, you can't get caught on the ropes with a power puncher.
No,
the ropes in the corner, it's like, yo, you just can't do it.
That's a no-brainer, and that's why I say he got caught up and he let Tank lure him in out of his fight plan and say, "Hey, let's exchange real quick and see what you got." And he just slipped to the left. Bang, came right on top, sat on his butt. It was ferocious. But Santa Cruz, had he not done that up until he did that, I saw some concerned, worried looks on Tank's face.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the championship rounds, I think just based on the fight, how the fight was going, I think Tank was just wearing him down. He was going to the body a lot more than I expected, and I think that's what slowed Santa Cruz down. Also.
Do you think, because we all know Tank never makes weight, he always forfeits a portion of his purse because he's not really just a 130 no more. He can really literally fight 40. Oh, he's a legitimate 35 and a 140. If you want to be comfortable in a fight weight division, I would say 140. So 130, we know he struggles to make that weight, but having his promoter Floyd Money Mayweather in the gym, training him, walking him through all the basics and how to get that weight off, Floyd wanted to make sure he tipped the scales at this fight weight per the contract at 129.8. What do you think the outcome would have been had we got to the later championship round 8, round 9? Would we have seen a drain Tank?
Honestly, based on how the first few rounds went, I don't think so. I know Tank isn't known for having a good gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of runs out of steam, in the later rounds and stuff. So if Santa Cruz could have matched some of his intensity, that would have been something to see. Going the distance. How does he perform?
taking him into those deep waters, and then having lost that weight like he has and hasn't been doing that. I think Leo Santa Cruz, who knows, might have had some success and pulled him a W out. But and then in my own opinion, not to take anything from Tank and his win, he's definitely skilled fighter. He's one of these young up and coming prospects, future of boxing. You guys like yourself, the Virgil Ortiz, your Devin Haney's, your Teofimos, you guys calling everybody out and don't give a damn. It's like, hey, I'm the best, and I just want to fight the best. I don't want a padded, cushion career. Give me the best. So I commend, Leo Santa Cruz, but Tank, fighting Leo Santa Cruz, in my opinion, because Santa Cruz, keep it 100, he really a legitimate bantamweight.
Yeah, he's a smaller, weaker fighter.
Yeah.
He doesn't have fast hands. What he's known for is just throwing volume punches. He just throws a lot of punches. He's not real slick. He is a champion, but it wasn't a true test. I wouldn't say, in my opinion.
That's where I was going with it, and I didn't want to say it. I wanted to get it from another fighter. And so this is what I'm saying moving forward. To have said that, I'm going to say this. Do you feel like, because I've been reading a lot of blogs, man, and I got to disagree to agree on some of it, but I disagree with people trying to give Tank that pound for pound torch based off of this fight. It was an infamous knockout, no doubt. Beautiful. But you're not a pound for pound for beating Leo Santa Cruz this past weekend.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not even his true weight class. You got to do that to a champion in your weight class.
Thank you.
Like you do that to a Teofimo or somebody like that.
Haney or Gary Russell, somebody worthy that's a natural like yourself, 130, 135 guy.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't feel like Floyd is going to move him in that direction. Floyd's going to veer away from the likes of fighting Haney, Gary Russell, Teofimo. All those guys spell trouble.
Yeah, he might actually end up moving up. He might fight another time or two at 35, but I wouldn't be surprised if he moved up to 40.
He can move up to 40. I got a name for him. He don't want none of that smoke either. My man Jerron Boots Ennis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he fights at 47, so we'll see. And I don't think Boots would even come down to 140 for that fight. But that 140 division, that's a tough weight class too. The 135, the 130 guys, the 140. Man, it's like in your weight division, super bantam, it's like, for a long time, 147 welters used to be like, and the heavyweights used to be hands down the most exciting weight division. You cats are just running away with it, man.
Right. And, I think that's good for the sport of boxing. And, that and a lot of the fighters are stepping up to the plate and fighting the best fighters out there. They're not waiting years down the road or this and that. They're making it happen. Yeah,
and I like that. That's how back in the day used to be when the Ray Leonards fought, when the Hearns, when the Haglers, when the Durans. They only fought the best in their weight division. And then, you got all these crazy belts, a franchise belt. Like I was on the press conference today for the Devin Haney fight with Gamboa on Matchroom Boxing. And Devin Haney's statement towards the franchise belt was like, hey, that ain't nothing but a belt to give you the opportunity to duck. Franchise belt, because you got privileges where you can say, I don't want that mandatory, I don't want to fight him, and you just get a pass, like playing Monopoly.
Right. Yeah, there is too much belts out there, not everybody's the champion,
Yes.
It's getting kind of watered down, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if boxing does something about it. They tighten up on it, or what.
They're just making up belts. If you're gonna give another guy in 147 a belt, how you gonna do that? Spence got the belts and Bud got the other WBO belt. What did this guy do to get a belt? He ain't fought neither one of us, so we're the only champions I last checked.
Right. Yeah, it can get confusing, to non-boxing fans or people who don't really know the sport. It's like, it's a bunch of world champions. It's like, nah, that ain't the case.
Absolutely. So getting off of that and getting into the Devin Haney fight real quick, let me hear what your thoughts are coming up on an older Gamboa, but keep this in mind. Gamboa fought Tank with a torn Achilles tendon. Before that, he was putting on a little bit of a boxing clinic. I know it was just 2 rounds, but he was getting in some work.
But I mean, like Gamboa, he's still a really good fighter
And a threat.
He's still a real good fighter. He's still a dangerous fighter, you know. So he's nobody to just look over. Him in that Tank fight, it was a good fight, you know.
It was.
I think Tank kind of had to knock him out. I think he probably still would have pulled out the win, but it was a good fight. With him and Haney, I see Haney pulling it out, but I think he's gonna have to overcome some adversity. You know, I think Gamboa is gonna be a little bit sharper and a little bit faster than what he expects. You know, Gamboa does have that experience.
He's comes from a high pedigree of amateur background, hundreds of fights as a Cuban medalist, hell of a pro, if you will.
And he has something to prove.
Yeah, something to prove. He's an older Gamboa, no doubt, but he's still dangerous. You can't look past him. And he's got a lot to prove now because of the way his last fight with Tank did end. I think he's going to try to come out and show us the old Gamboa, hungry, vicious, angry.
I just, you know,
it could be a good fight.
I wish he had a little bit more pop behind his punch, and I wish he had a better chin. You know, he doesn't have the best chin, so like Haney might go out there 6 rounds mid-fight and stop him, get lucky with a punch.
Throw a volley of punches. As soon as you feel like he got him hurt and he jumps on him, game over.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's going to be a good fight. I'm definitely tuning in.
Yeah, no doubt. Just to wrap things up real quick, I know you just beat Marcus Bates. That was a hell of a knockout stoppage for you as well. Very talented. You display a lot of skill set in that ring. You definitely belong where you belong, and I can see you definitely putting a strap on here real soon. So that was the WBA Eliminator. Let the fans know now, since that fight happened in August with Marcus Bates, has there been any other talk now for Reach the Beast Aleem and the Stephen Fulton fight that was supposed to happen for whoever won that fight with Bates?
There's been a lot of talks behind the scenes, you know, trying to work things out, trying to make things happen. At the end of the day, I'm ready to fight any of the world champions right now, you know. So as soon as they're ready to step up to the plate and make it happen, boom, hey, I got the pen. You know, it ain't no bullshit on my side. It's just what's up, you know. Like, I was hoping December. I mean, like, I was hoping December. I haven't heard nothing, you know. So okay, early next year, early January 2021. Yeah. I'm ready, you know.
It's coming. You know it's coming though.
Oh yeah, it's coming. You know, everything's coming together. I just got to stay on my grind, you know, and just get a fight date. You know,
how's training? How's training going?
Training's going good. You know, I'm trying not to burn myself out. You know, so I'm training hard, but I'm not training too hard. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find that fine line in between.
Don't want to overtrain either. You know,
exactly.
Still want your body to peak out when it's supposed to peak out. That's when you know your body and conditioning is ready, and you want that fight then. When the body reaches that point, it's time to rumble.
Exactly, and that's something I'm doing. I'm just listening to my body. You know, I don't have a fight day yet, but you know, I'm ready to go. So
stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
My man. Hey man, I want to thank you for your time. That's all I really wanted to reach out to you and have you do a little recap with me for the night about yourself. We discussed Haney, Gamboa, Tank Davis, and the vicious knockout over Leo Santa Cruz. Your up and coming 2021, if not for December, is looking promising for a title shot. Brawlers is always glad to have you. And once again, we thank you for giving us some of your time too, man.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me. Till next time.
My man, champ, it's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. It's the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. My associates, Three Kings Boxing, and my main man at Studio 9. Till next time, champ. Take care, baby. God bless.
All right. Let's
go, champ.
All
right, baby.
Brawlers, baby. Brawlers.